Religious freedom is all for the mission. With it, sharing Christ to others is greatly hastened and its accomplishment easily fulfilled.
Sebagai seorang Kristen yang termasuk kalangan agama minoritas di Indonesia, kebebasan beragama diperlukan untuk memberikan kesempatan kepada orang-orang untuk mengenal Allah yang pengasih melalui umatnya dan tujuan hidup.
Minglaba, I'm Sonia from Myanmar. Religious liberty is very important for me because without it we'll not be able to have worship openly and have the freedom to have registered.
Good evening, everyone. We praise God for His grace and protection throughout this day and for bringing us to the third night of this Public Affairs and Religious Liberty Emphasis Week.
We would like to extend our thanks to all our viewers who joined us last night on Paul's Global Philosophy with Judge Joseph Gijoni Valencia. And if you weren't able to watch this week's previous episodes, they are available on Hope Channel Central Philippines and Central Philippine Union Conference Facebook pages.
Yes, that's right. And this evening, we will be blessed with a very important message that concerns each one of us individually, and that is knowing more about what it means to be an ambassador for Christ and for His church with Brother Ronnie Gumbok, Paul, representative of Romblon Mission.
2 Corinthians 5:20 tells us that we are Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making His appeal through us.
May we all be empowered as we open our hearts to God's message through His humble servant. Good evening and welcome once again.
I hear the voice of Jesus calling. My answer is, I will go. I see the need of people crying. My answer is, I will go. I go to share the message of love. I go to share the blessed hope. But if I get discouraged, I call to Jesus' help, because I have decided I will go.
Good evening, everyone. Lalo na sa mga taga-subaybay ng Hope Channel Philippines, especially Hope Channel CPUC and Romblon Adventist Mission. Isang karangalan at isang pribilehiyo na maging kabahagi ng Public Affairs and Religious Liberty Emphasis Week. At ang pamagat ng topic natin ngayong gabi na aking dadalhin ay ang Church Ambassadors. Pero bago tayo magsimula at ating talakayin ang mensaheng ito, tayo po muna ay manalangin at atin kayong inanyayahan. Tayo manalangin, dakilang Diyos, sa oras pong ito, iniyahan namin ang iyong presensya at ang karunungan na nagmumula sa inyo sa magitan ng banal na Espiritu, na kung saan aming tatalakayin ang malaking gampanin ng isang iglesia o ng bawat isa bilang ambasador ninyo sa lupang ito, na kung saan ito ay isang mandate ng Public Affairs and Religious Liberty na inyong ibinigay sa bawat isa na dapat kami ay maging kabahagi. Umaasa kami na ang maliwanag na paghahayag ng iyong mga salita ngayong gabi ay aming matanggap. Ito po ang aming dalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen. Church Ambassadors. Napakasarap pakinggan, mga kapatid, kung tayo'y tinawag na kinatawan o ambassadors ng isang iglesia o ng ating Panginoon. Pero bago natin tatalakayin ito, nais ko munang bigyang pansin o o bigyan natin ng pansin kung anong ibig sabihin ng public affairs and religious liberty. Ayon sa ating manual, Seventh-day Adventist Manual, isinasaad po na the Public Affairs and Religious Liberty or PAR Department promotes and maintains religious liberty with particular emphasis upon liberty of conscience. Religious liberty includes the human right to have or adopt the religion of one's choice, to change religious belief according to conscience, to manifest one's religion individually or in community with fellow believers, in worship, observance, practice, witness, and teaching, subject to respect for the equivalent rights of others. So, in other words, mga kaibigan, mga kapatid, itong PAR ay isang departamento ng isang iglesia o ng ating denominasyon sa pangkalahatan. At ang PAR ay mayroong mandate. At ito yung mandate, mga kapatid or mga kaibigan, or directive na sinasabi to position the Seventh-day Adventist Church and its services to a standing of credibility, trust, and relevance in the public realm. So, pag sinabi nating mandate, ito ay kailangan nating maisagawa, maisakatuparan. Ngayon, ano ang ating gagawin kung ating tatanungin ang ating sarili? What can I do to be a part of this mandate or directive? Sinasabi po rito, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid, this is the most and important. Every member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is called to be an ambassador for Christ and a spokesperson for their church. So, ibig sabihin, tayo yung mga focal people para tayo ay maging kabahagi sa directive na ito. For this reason, the work of PAR is not something that happens only at the General Conference, divisions, unions, and conferences. It's a mission and ministry for every church members. Each one of us, in many different ways, can participate in PAR's core mandate or directive. So, hindi sinasabi dito, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid, na ilan lamang ang dapat maging kasangkot dito, kundi it's one of us. Lahat tayo. Pag tayo isang membro ng Seventh-day Adventist Church, tayo ay mayroong pasal sa balikat na sinasabi o burden na dapat tayo maging kabahagi. Kaya nga sinasabi dito, spokesperson for their church. So kung saan man tayo nabilang ng mga iglesia, tayo ngayon ang tagapagsalita. Kaya tayo ngayon ang ambassador. Sino tayo ay kinatawan? Para kanino? Para sa ating Panginoon at sa ating iglesia na kinabibilangan. So alam natin at narinig natin yung mandate na sinasabi to position the Seventh-day Adventist Church and its services to a standing of credibility, trust, and relevance in the public realm. So, pag sinabi natin public realm, kung saan tayo na environment na bibilang na kung saan ang public ay mayroong free access. Ano? So, pag sinabi natin public affairs, ang pinaka-prime nito or primarily about being an ambassador. As ambassadors for the Adventist Church, we want to make connections within our sphere of influence with thought leaders, whether in the worlds of academia, politics, or media. Pag sinabi natin sphere of influence, ang ibig sabihin nito, mga kapatid ay, o mga kaibigan, ay kung saan tayo nabibilang ng mga komunidad na kung saan ay mayroon tayong influensya. No? Mayroon tayong pangalan na kung saan makakahikaya tayo. And sinasabi rin with thought leaders, ay ito yung mga tao na kung leaders na kung saan ay sila ay mayroong influence sa kanilang nasasakupan or sila ay may authority. No? Sa gobyerno man, sa komunidad, at sa iba pang mga ahensya. So, public affairs is primarily about being an ambassador, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid. Some of the ways we can make connections include attending public events, becoming involved in local associations, writing letters to the local newspapers, starting a blog, or using social media or partnering with like-minded community organizations to pursue shared goals. Pag sinabi natin shared goals, same interest. Yung may mga tao na may advocacy na kapareho natin. So, kailangan tayo magkaroon o ma-involve sa mga ganito at magkaroon ng connection sa mga ganito upang sa gayon ang ating adhikain bilang Seventh-day Adventist ay madali na makapasok at ma-access mga kaibigan at mga kapatid. So, lalo na ngayon sa social media, napakadali. Ano man ang nais nating ipahayag, iparating sa mga tao, ay napakabilis dahil sa social media. So, ating gamitin ang mga pagkakataong ito at mga pribilehiyong ito na ang teknolohiya ay napakahusay para ipahayag ang nais nating maiparating sa mga tao, lalong-lalo na sa mensahe ng ating Panginoon. So, tayong lahat ay inanyayahan, no? Na i-download a special manual prepared by the GC Religious Liberty Department called Church Ambassador. A practical guide for all who represents the church and its institution. It contains a wealth of principles and ideas that can be adopted within the local church context. So, yan po ang ating gagawin para mas mayroon tayong idea kung ano bang sinasabing church ambassador. Dako naman tayo sa sinasabing religious liberty. Kanina ay tinalakay natin yung public affairs. Ngayon naman ay religious liberty. Ito yung tinatawag na another very important part of BARD. So, kailangan natin maging voice for freedom. Be a voice for freedom. Paano? The Adventist Church has been a champion of this fundamental principle for more than 150 years as an ambassador for the church. You are also called to be a voice for freedom for all people, no matter what their faith tradition. So, tayo ay hinihikayat ang bawat isa na maging boses ng kalayaan or voice for freedom. Paano ba maging kabahagi o boses for freedom? Una ay stay informed. Learn about the issues. Ito ang kailangan nating matutunan. Kailangan alam natin kung ano ang mga issue. And about the Adventist Church unique understanding of religious freedom. For understand your country's constitutional provisions and laws regarding religious freedom or religious discrimination. Explore the resources and decide to find out more about international issues related religious liberty. So, kailangan lagi tayong informed, no? Para alam natin kung ano ang mga gagawin natin para maging boses tayo about religious liberty. And the next one is network. Pag sinabing network, channel, interconnected group na sinasabi, or community. Make contact with your local conference, union or division, par directors, and volunteer your support for any activities or events they plan. So, kailangan natin magkaroon ng contact sa ating mga local conferences, union or divisions, par director, para tayo ay maghayag ng ating pagsuporta kung ano ang nating gusto na pwede nilang ma-accommodate. Get to know other individuals or organizations in your community or country that share the goal of promoting religious freedom. Participate in their events and invite them to take part in Adventist-sponsored events. So ito yung mga suggestions na dapat natin gawin para tayo maging kabahagi doon sa sinasabing Voice for Freedom. So kailangan natin yung sinasabing contact network. Get to know your local elected officials and where they stand on religious freedom issues. Where appropriate, invite them to take part in church-run religious liberty programs. And the last one is communicate. This is very important, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid. Offer to present about religious liberty issues in your church or at other community venues. Write to local newspaper, submit articles for publication, start a blog or use social media to spread news and information about religious liberty issues. So when there is a religious liberty issues in your community, alert your conference, union, or division PARL leader. So, napakahalaga yung komunikasyon, pakipag-communicate, para tayo ay maging aware at maipabatid natin ang mga issues regarding sa religious liberty. So, what is church ambassador? Kung ating titingnan ang banal na kasulatan, tungkol sa sinasabing ambassador, ito ay mababasa natin sa 2 Corinthians 5:20. At sinasabi, we are therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making His appeal through us. So ano ang sinasabi ng talatang ito, mga kapatid? Tayo ay mga kinatawan ng ating Panginoon dito sa sanlibutan ito. Tayo ay may malaking komisyon na dapat nating gabanan. With these words, Apostle Paul challenges each one of us to be representatives for Christ and His kingdom. So the Public Affairs and Religious Liberty Department of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is more than just an office of the General Conference. PARL exists at every level of church administrations, divisions, unions, and conferences, and in many local churches as well. So, mga kaibigan, ating naunawaan na ang PARL na ito ay umiiral sa bawat iglesia, sa division, unions, and conferences, na kung saan ay ito ay napakahalagang departamento para sa pag-usad, pagsulong ng gawain ng ating Panginoon. So, alalahanin natin ang bawat isa o tayong lahat ng mga Seventh-day Adventist members ay ambassador ng ating Panginoon. Ngayon, paano ba maging church ambassadors? How to be a church ambassador? According to Ted Wilson, ang ating General Conference President, the need for special religious liberty advocates called church ambassadors at each level of our church organization has become a priority. As with all religious minorities, we are often victims of prejudice because the authorities and the public do not know who we are. We try to compensate from time to time by organizing public events, but these are not adequate if no longer contacts are made or relationships established. Unfortunately, the price we pay for this neglect is often very high. So, sinasabi dito ng ating Pangulo ng General Conference na kung saan kailangan natin ang sinasabing church ambassadors. for religious liberty advocates. Mga kaibigan at mga kapatid, alam natin na ang mga tao, ang ibang mga denominations and nations ay prejudice. Pag sinabi natin prejudice ay hindi maganda ang pagkakilala. Masama ang palagay sa atin. So, kailangan may pakilala natin ng tama ang ating pananampalataya at ang Iglesyang Adventista sa buong sanlibutan, lalo na sa mga taong prejudice sa ating pananampalataya. Kaya nga tayo ay hinihimok, ini-encourage ng ating Pangulo na tayo ay maging kabahagi ng sinasabing church ambassadors. Mayroon pong 10 kautusan o 10 commandments to be a good ambassador. At isa-isahin po natin ito. Number 1, understand your role and mission. Dapat nating naunawaan kung ano ang ating gampanin at ang ating misyon. Who called you? Dapat alam natin sino ba ang tumawag sa atin. And for what are you an ambassador? Para saan ka naging ambassador? So, yun ang sinasabing understand your role and mission. The second one is increase your knowledge. Make yourself familiar with the church you represent and the world to which you are sent. So, dapat familiar tayo. Ano ba ang role ng church? Dapat kaya nating ipakilala ang ating iglesia sa mga areas o environment na kung saan tayo nagbibilang. Para alam natin kung paano natin ihahayag ang salita ng Panginoon sa pamamagitan ng pangalan ng Seventh-day Adventist. Pangatlo ay plan carefully and set goals. So, kailangan na pagpaplanuhan ng mabuti at maigi ang ating mga hakbangin at ang ating mga mitiin o inaasahang maabot. What do you want to achieve? How are you going to make a difference? Ano ang ating magagawin na kakaiba? Para tayo ay mapansin ng sanlibutan o ng mga nasa paligid natin sa ating kinalalagyang mga lugar. At ang pang-apat, believe everything is possible. Ito ang napakahalaga na attitude, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid. Have a positive vision and cultivate positive thoughts. With God, everything is possible. So ito ang ating magiging encouragement sa ating mga sarili. With God, everything is possible. So, tayo ay dapat walang pag-aalinlangan. And number 5, follow the path of integrity. Do not lie. Be honest, even if it creates a problem for you. Integrity will be the best elements of your character. So, sinasabi nga, according to John Paulsen, former GC president, SDA o Seventh-day Adventist people is a people of integrity o katapatan, known as honest people with highest ethical standards. Yun po ang kanyang sinabi. So, tayo dapat ay mayroong integridad o katapatan sa ating mga ginagawa. Number 6, be humble. To God and only to God is the glory. You are His servant. So, napakahalaga na attitude ito, mga kaibigan at mga kapatid, bilang church ambassadors. Be humble. Kailangan nating maging mapagpakumbaba. Ano man ang ating estado sa buhay, ano man ang ating naabot, ang lahat ng papuri ay para sa Panginoon lamang. At ang number 7, be persistent. Kailangan nating maging matyaga at magpatuloy. Never be discouraged. So sa ating paghanap ng ating mga bahagi o mga roles natin bilang church ambassadors, nakakaranas tayo ng mga kabiguan, discouragement, but sinasabi na be persistent. Pangwalo, be visible. Be active in your community. So tayo, para maging epektibo tayo ng mga ambassadors, church ambassadors, kailangan nakikita tayo na gumagawa sa ating komunidad. Ginagampanan natin na ang ating mga bahagi bilang kaanib ng Iglesyang Adventista. So dapat nakikita tayo na gumagawa. Number 9, build a network of friends. May kasabihan na tayo, no man is an island. You cannot succeed alone. Friends open the doors of opportunity. Tingnan natin mga kaibigan at mga kapatid. Kung nag-iisa lang tayo, kung kumikilos tayo mag-isa, napakabagal. No? Pero kung marami tayong mga kaibigan na tumutulong sa atin, naging kaagapay natin sa gawain ito, mas mapadali ang ating mga goals. Madali nating maabot kung anong dapat nating abutin. Kaya nga, bibigyan ko kayo ng ilustrasyon. Pag ang isang tingting ay hindi natin isinama sa iba pang mga tingting, napakahirap yan gamitin. Pero kung ito'y ating binigkis magkasama-sama, napakalakas nito at maging epektibo ito. Ganun yung sinasabing build a network of friends. And the last commandment, be loyal and faithful to your church. Don't compromise your faith. Stay firm. You represent your church, not yourself. So mga kaibigan at mga kapatid, hindi tayo maging epektibo at maging mabuting ambasador ng ating Panginoon kung hindi naman tayo loyal and faithful sa ating iglesia na kinabibilangan. Ibig sabihin nito, hindi in good stand tayo sa ating pananampalataya. Minsan palamig lamig tayo, pero kung tayo aktibo at tapat tayo sa ating mga gampanin sa loob ng iglesia, mga kapatid, talagang magtatagumpay tayo. At ang ating pananampalataya ay hindi natin kinukompromise. Tayo matibay, anuman ang mga discouragement at pagsubok. Dahil inirepresenta natin ang ating iglesia na ating kinabibilangan. So, mga kaibigan, iyan po ang sinasabing church ambassadors. Yung 10 commandments, so 10 commandments na to be a good ambassadors ay napakahalaga na ating tanglayin bilang mga kaanib ng iglesia na kung saan ay binigyan ng komisyon ng ating Panginoon para maging kamanggagawa niya sa pagtatapos ng gawain sa sanlibutan ito. At ang Panginoon ay babalik na. At tayo kukunin sa araw na yon na kung saan pinagpalang araw ng ating Panginoon ay makasama natin sa langit na bayan sa walang hanggan. So, brothers and sisters, friends, may God grants us wisdom to be His ambassadors to the world. Good evening at maraming salamat. At tayo ay inayahan ko kayo na tayo ay manalangin para sa ating pagtatapos. Dakilang Diyos, maraming salamat sa mga salita na inyong iniwan sa amin ngayong gabi. Tulungan kami na maging mabuting church ambassadors ninyo sa lupang ito. Tulungan kami na ma-access namin ang mga ahensya na kung saan dapat silang makaalam ng katotohanan sa sanlibutan ito. O Diyos, tulungan ang bawat isa na sa panawagang ito ay tumugon. Ito po ang aking dalangin. Maraming salamat sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
I hear the voice of Jesus calling. My answer is, I will go. I see the need of people crying. My answer is, I will go. I go to share the message of love. I go to share the blessed hope. But if I get discouraged, I call to Jesus' help. because I have decided I will go.
What a privilege it is to represent Christ to the world. We are commissioned to work with Him and for Him in His humility, giving a right picture of His loving and righteous character.
Should you have any questions, you may send them through our hotline numbers, which can be seen on your screen, and your questions will be answered at the open forum this coming Sabbath afternoon.
And we are inviting you to join us tomorrow evening on this week's fourth topic, Church-State Relations, with Dr. Sani Porteza of Samar Mission.
Thank you so much once again, and may we all have a blessed night with our God.
Religious freedom is all for the mission. With it, sharing Christ to others is greatly hastened, and its accomplishment easily fulfilled.
Sebagai seorang Kristen yang termasuk kalangan agama minoritas di Indonesia, kebebasan beragama diperlukan untuk memberikan kesempatan kepada orang-orang untuk mengenal Allah yang pengasih melalui umatnya dan tujuan hidup.
Minglaba, I'm Sonia from Myanmar. Religious liberty is very important for me because without it, we'll not be able to have worship openly and have the freedom to have registered